Just be who you are. Be who you are, babe. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. Be who you are. Just be who you are, babe. You gotta be who you are. Just be who you are. If you're gonna walk, then run. Listen to your face in the mirror. Drop the curtain, see the sun. Take it all in. Walking out the front door, so gonna be whatever you do it your way. They're just gonna take a bow, get on the street, you only live one way. Just be who you are. Be who you are, babe. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. Be who you are. Just be who you are, babe. You gotta be who you are.
It's FUNSHAKEABLE, the last ever FUNSHAKEABLE. We didn't get cancelled, we were just forced to stop. Technically cancelled, yeah.
Woo!
Come on, welcome to the final FUNSHAKEABLE ever. My name is Jimmy Barmick. With me, as always, is my wonderful co-host, Sarah Hewitts. And everybody hit that like.
Hi guys! As you can see, I have returned to the land of good internet just in time for our last episode.
Very good. We have a great show coming up for us today. We've got a lot of fun stuff. We've got some challenges for each of us. We have, you're going to show us a little bit about life outside of here and helping people moving forward, stuff like that. With the Hendersons joining us, it's going to be a good time. I have a feeling
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be
But
good.
first, a word from our sponsor. Jamie, sponsors. Nothing to see.
This week's sponsors are facemasks.com. Here at facemasks.com, we have received a sudden, inexplicable boost of income over the last 8 to 10 weeks. And now, for the first time ever, facemasks.com has enough budget to make adverts. In fact, we have enough budget for way more than that, okay? Our CEO bought a yacht. We've all got Rolex. Dave in accounts, he got a timeshare in an island. Yes, life is good here at facemasks.com. But now, on to the product. Do you want to stay safe from COVID? Take one of these. In fact, don't take one, take 40. These thin, seemingly pointless masks could save lives. Do they? Possibly not. Possibly. Also, maybe. Do they work? Nobody knows. But apparently doctors need them, so that should tell you something. But don't buy them all, but do buy lots of them, but don't buy all of them, but do buy some. Facemasks.com. For the sake of others, you need one of these. Or maybe for the sake of yourself. Maybe they'll protect someone or you. Again, we don't know, but you don't care. Other uses for face masks include robbing banks. That's it. That's the only other use for face masks. So potentially save lives, maybe rob a bank, or have just an illegitimate sense of confidence and buy your face mask from facemasks.com today. Come on, buy it. I want to get a Lamborghini.
Okay, just as a disclaimer, we don't encourage bank robberies and we do encourage you to stay safe. Welcome to Jamie Thinks It's True, So It Is, the segment where I test Jamie. Jamie, what are you doing?
Just wrapping my hands like a
Yeah.
boxer. Ready for the fight, ready for the war.
You know that it says fragile on there, hey?
This is perfect. This is boxing tape. This is not. It says agile. Agile. That's what it says. Agile FR.
Yeah,
Agile.
that's like a company, right?
Yeah, agile. Agile FR.
That dressing gown, is that a Star Wars dressing gown?
This is how a boxer would normally enter the ring. Take hands.
Okay.
And may or may not be a star. I mean, I'm ready to fight the stars.
Yeah, you are.
I'm good to go. So
Good. Well, you know what? It's our final episode, and so for the purposes of this segment, I will ask Jamie questions, and even if he gets them wrong, there won't be a forfeit because I think what he's doing right now is embarrassing enough. Okay? Okay, great. Are you ready to go, Jamie?
Yeah, just my hood keeps sort of blocking my peripheral vision, which is important for this sort of thing. So
Sure. That's all right. Okay. You look great.
Thanks.
It looks like you shaved your head again, which we've established is a brilliant look for you.
Hair still there.
Okay, so the first one is a law, okay? In the country of Andorra, upon discovering a corpse, the sheriff must what? A, ask, "Are you dead?" 3 times. B, attempt resuscitation if there is still flesh on the deceased. Or C, take any valuables left on the corpse as payment for discovery, and so allowing the soul to move on.
This sounds. I mean, the valuables one basically sounds like robbing a corpse, which I don't think should be legal in most, or if not any country. I think that's inappropriate. It would also lead to sheriffs potentially ending lives for the valuables. So probably not that one. Resuscitation with flesh. Again, that just doesn't sound pleasant. There are many scenarios where that could be bad. So I'm going to go for, I think they ask if they're alive 3 times, because that seems, whilst a bit insane, at least, they're trying to get verification. If you don't know how to check for a pulse, going, "Are you alive?" to someone, it's probably your next best bet.
I wonder if they've had some bad experiences. And they're like, you know what, we should just make this like a national rule. You should really check very thoroughly. But no, you're correct. That is, in fact, the law. They must ask, "Are you dead?" 3 times. Well done. Okay, the next one is...
Just interested in those bad experiences. I mean, theoretically, right, what would the bad experience be where asking the question is the thing that would let them know that the corpse was, in fact, alive, if you know what I mean? Like, it's not like if you're burying someone and they're making lots of other noises, like, well, we forgot to ask specifically, you've buried someone, they've screamed, they've said, no, I'm fine, but you didn't actually ask the question. It just seems...
Maybe they have like national staring competitions and people didn't blink for a really long time. And so then they thought that they were dead. And because they didn't realize that what was happening was they were being buried. Maybe.
Easily done.
Or because it's discovering a corpse, right? So the idea is it's not like just in general. So maybe they just kept burying sleeping people.
Easily done, once again.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is a word. The word is wardrobe. Werdrobe. Wardrobe. Is it A, a garment worn by ancient Roman noblewomen, B, badger droppings, or C, a West African xylophone? Wardrobe.
Badger droppings, no. I'm just going to say that this doesn't seem realistic. I don't know how that could be connected. Wardrobe. I like the xylophone option. Don't know why. Begins with WX. The next letter in the alphabet. It's connected.
Yeah.
Xylophone. Things with letters that are adjacent are always connected.
Is that the rule because you think it's true, so it is?
Absolutely.
Cool. You're wrong. It's actually the badger droppings, but good attempt. Oh, very, very hot. Is your hand okay? Because I know it's a bit fragile.
Got the tape on it. It's fine.
Okay. Final one is an event. So, you know what? I think we've actually done really well here. You've got 2, which essentially means, well, no, you don't. You actually only have 1. So basically it's a tie. And in the lead up to this moment, I've decided it's not an appropriate question. So if you want to know what the question was, you can't because this is our last episode.
Yeah, this is our last ever show and you can't find out. May or may not. But appropriate. We may or may not have had to have a second take.
But this is only a 1-take show, so if we did do that, we wouldn't tell you.
Yes.
Anyway, what's next?
All right, for this next segment, we are introducing the people at home to some arts and crafts. I think one of the things that many of us really want and need at this time is great ways to learn and grow and develop ourselves at home. So, Sarah, you've been working on some stuff for us?
Yeah, I was actually inspired by Ollie Dawson, who's been doing some phenomenal origami on our youth and kids pages. And I'll be honest, his stuff's really like technical, and I am not. So I've gone with some Sarah origami or some Saragami, right? And I just thought that I'd show it to you. But basically, what I'm going to do is, like in Blue Peter, I have got some paper to begin for you here, but I equally have got some that I've already finished so that we can just speed this process along, which I think is really the clincher when you're doing any kind of arts and crafts things. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube just to practice. I don't have a camera to go above, so you're not going to see what I'm doing with my hands, but just trust me, I'm working really hard, okay?
Brilliant. Super. I'm looking forward to this. I think, do you know what? One of the key things in terms of any how-to video is skipping steps. If you can skip enough steps, do you know what? You can make anything very simple. You just you do step one, step two, a miracle occurs, final product done. Yeah.
That's what I think too.
Brilliant.
Okay, so what we're going to do is the first one that we're going to do is a book. And basically what you do is you take your piece of paper like so, and then you fold it in half once. Trust your gut on how you do that. Okay, you can hear the sounds of the paper. I'm totally doing it right now. And then, you ready?
Oh,
I'm not even kidding. I did that myself.
That is book-like.
So what you would then do is you would write on it, and then that would make it like a book.
That's genius. You know, with a lot of these origami things, you tend to get like swans or whatever, cranes and stuff like that. That is more like a book than a paper origami swan is like an actual swan, because swans are not made of paper and books are. I
am telling you, Saragami is genius. Okay, the next one is a little bit out there. It's a bit more complicated. So what you're going to do is you want to, if you're a legit origami person, you have different color paper. So I've got some orange paper now.
Origamist, I think is the name. Origamist.
Origamist?
Origamist. That's like the origami person you said. It's origamist.
It's an origamist. All right. I mean, sure. So what we're going to do with this one is we're actually going to make a house. Now, this is going to blow your mind. And again, basically it comes with 3 instructions. You fold your paper once, and then you like go along the line, and then you fold your paper again, and you go along the line. Now, I have actually made one in advance, but I'm basically a ninja, so this one is done too. And boom, house.
What? You just fold along the line, and those instructions, super clear. Fold along the line. And
look at that. And I mean, just don't do that, and then it's a house. No, I've got one more for you.
That is pretty much what ninjas did.
Look, I actually have a lot of experience with ninjaing, but that's for another episode. Oh wait, there isn't one. Okay, but I do have one more origami thing for you. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie, this is the best one. Okay, because what it takes is just phenomenal imagination and also some trickery, some really like fast action stuff. So we got this piece of paper here. See how it's orange?
I see that.
This entire piece of paper is orange. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm going to do some folding, because that's what origami is about. Origami is about folding. I'm going to fold again, and then I'm going to press very tightly along the line. Okay. And
along the line, that clear instruction.
Yeah, but you want to go along a different line to the last time.
People know exactly what to do.
I know. I don't know why you feel the need to explain it. Okay, but then the trick with this one is that you unfold it. So you're basically going back to the original size paper, but it's pink now.
What? No way. No, that is magic.
Literally, this is what Saragami is all about. Now, I just really encourage you guys at home to spend a lot of time practicing. Rewatch this video, pause it if you think it's a little bit complicated, and don't think too much about it. And that
Well done.
origami.
That is original origami right there. Original. That is, to be honest, the new phrase for that, original origami, put those together, origami. That's what it should be called.
Okay, it is your favorite part of the show. It is our guest or guest segment, if you know how to incorrectly speak English, like Jamie.
That's when you have Gwen Stefani as a guest, just FYI.
Gwen, I can't even
Gwen.
say all of that. I just refuse. We're moving along. So we have guests that you will hopefully know. It is the Hendersons.
Hey! And they're going to turn their video on right now. And this is going to work flawlessly. And this is totally working. And we're not going to extend the yay.
Sorry, our video's broken because you've stopped it.
I've not stopped it. I said hide
You
non.
can't start your video because the host has stopped it.
I haven't stopped your video, right? Well, let me quickly get on to the people at Zoom here and see if they can put this out.
Something about that.
Yay! Flawless entry. We're keeping it
Pros.
in. It's a one-take show, guys. Let's be honest. We've never re-recorded a segment of this, and people have never noticed, and they still won't.
So we shouldn't tell them that's the third time we've done that.
No, that's exactly the kind of stuff that we wouldn't want to say.
Okay, yeah.
That under wraps.
Thanks so much.
Okay. On this Tuesday night.
This is Hamish and Lizzie Henderson, and they are amazing people that are part of our church family here at C3. They are both involved creatively. Hamish more from behind the scenes. Lizzie, you may have noticed, leads worship on occasion phenomenally, but both of them are instrumental in the life of the church. See what I
Oh,
did
good.
there?
I like that.
Thanks.
I'd just like to say, behind the scenes, not my choice. I think I could front things, but
I heard it was Sarah that made that call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you know who would be good to not be on stage? It's Hamish.
Why, thank you.
I would also like to point out, it did sound like you said that Lizzie leads worship nominally, not. I think that was just an audio blip, but I think you meant phenomenally, not that she was just nominally like a nominal Christian worship.
She actually much prefers singing Katy Perry.
Very average is
That
what
is-
I'm trying to
That
say.
is very not true.
Katy Perry has some loose claim to faith. I think that counts as worship music, doesn't it?
What she also has is a lot of songs that are impossible to sing.
Oh, I see. So it's not even from like a moral, it's just like you straight up don't enjoy singing the songs.
It's Pete McCallan asked her several times. I'm going to blame him. I think it's mostly
It was
him.
definitely him.
To sing Katy Perry songs at Breathe, at other events like that, and Lizzie always loved doing it. It was her favourite thing, and it didn't lead to any stress
It
or
happened
strife.
once. It happened once, and it went really badly, in my opinion. And I complained about it a lot. And then a year later, he got me to another one.
Well, that sounds like McCallan.
I would put Pete McCallan down as a Katy Perry fan, but there you go.
There you go. I think that's sort of canon now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it has to be. Every Breathe has to have Katy Perry.
I
in
hear
it.
she's one of his main influences.
Yeah. I mean, listen to his music. You'll hear it right there.
All over there. That song has got "Baby You're a Firework" by Pete McCallan. Great tune. Great tune. Super. One of the things that we like to do here, first thing we normally do to get to know our guests, is we do some quick fire questions. Everybody, who were we going for? Hamish, was it? Hamish.
I think Hamish would be better.
There was
But
much,
I've got the story.
there was much protesting.
I might defer to him if I.
Do you have a story, Lindsay? Are you set with the story?
I have nothing amusing to tell you.
Then you're doing the questions. There you go. That's it solved. We've got to get balance here. Okay. Quick fire questions for guests. Number one, are you a morning person or a night person?
Oh, night. That one was easy.
Oh, okay, fair enough. What is
I
your
can do the morning, but then I turn into like super happy children worker mode, so it's scary.
Fair enough. I'm not a night person, so I've never understood that. What is your favorite hobby?
Baking right now, today.
Speaking of which, challenge coming up, something on that front. Who knows? We'll have to get to that.
We're just guessing. We don't know
In
what
the
it
near
is.
future, there's excitement in the offices where we are sitting socially distanced very appropriately from one another. Not
With great artwork.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yes,
it's
it's great.
awesome.
You know, would like to
Full
find out
bland.
more about how you can get that sort of artwork. Check out last week's FUNSHAKEABLE Show.
There's a website and everything.
There really is.
I tried the link.
Did it not work for you?
No, it must have been down that day.
Yeah, it's fair. It's sad. It's sad. Maybe it was inundated with orders after the sort of film hit.
Must be.
Whoever couldn't handle it. Easily done. Okay,
Hi, Chris.
another question here. What is one thing that annoys you the most?
Is it bad that my first answer was Hamish?
No, I love that. That's the best
I
thing.
think that's
Wow.
I don't think that's true. Crumbs on surfaces.
Are they
Actually.
everybody Hamish?
It's not always Hamish related, but given that he's the only person I see at the moment, he is the main culprit of crumbs on the surfaces.
I would like our viewers to know that just before we hit record, Hamish was doing a Bible study on Proverbs 31, which is the wife of noble character. And I think obviously there's a point of marital tension there, which these guys are working through and that we may have stepped into.
Isn't there a bit about nagging somewhere?
Nagging. There is a bit about not in Proverbs 31, but it is in Proverbs. Yes.
What's the next
Thanks.
one?
We'll come back to that.
We will come back to it. Sarah wants us to keep going here. What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
I don't know. I used to make some like creative sandwiches when I was a kid. So I'd have like peanut butter jam, cheese, honey, and whatever
Tune
else I
apple
could
cakes.
find. Tune apple cakes are not weird.
They are.
Tune apple cakes are great. Like fish cakes with tuna and pineapple.
I'll take it as good.
Yeah, that sounds weird to me.
It's
Yeah.
great. I'll cook them for you sometime. You'll love it.
No, thank you. What is your favorite thing about someone in your family? I didn't write these questions.
My favorite thing about someone in my family.
This is a very strange question. Let's skip that question. Out of that.
So,
What is one of your weird quirks?
I have no weird quirks. I'm completely normal.
what have you got behind you hanging on your wall there?
Is that a dream catcher?
No, it's we're gonna mess up the camera angles. Hang on. It's pom-poms from our wedding.
Uh-huh.
That's not a weird quirk, that's decoration.
Yeah, okay. It did look like a dream catcher, to be fair, which would be a strange quirk. So there you go.
I can't think of strange quirks.
No, I told you I'm normal. Completely normal, sorry.
Yeah.
I
Right.
assume the comments will be filled with all sorts of.
Yeah.
Comments
there are strange quirks. I just obviously can't say them.
Yeah. That's very wise, by the way. You can just say.
Blink 3 times if you're.
Yes.
Anyway,
That's all.
That's
For the
that's
quick
a
fire
real-
question.
That was really quick.
Yeah, super quick fire questions there.
We
We're
know
really good
this
at it.
inside and out. We know everything there is to know about Lizzie.
we also are never quickfire. We try every week, and it just anyway.
It gets
But we
derailed.
would really like to hear from you, Hamish, super smoothly, some sort of story, preferably the best one you've ever told. And remember that we've had some incredible bangers so far from Rosemary and Anna and the like, and Charlie, of course, with the sneeze. So you do have a lot to live up to. No pressure, but go.
I do. It's been weighing on me, I'll admit. Sleepless nights. I've actually just been backed into telling this story. I had another one lined up which showed my generosity and care for people in the community, like
Yeah.
Not with this
like
show.
other people's.
That's not what
Yeah.
we're here for, man. We are
And-
here to worry about fellas.
But I've been told I have to tell this one now, which starts with. I can't say it. Could you say this?
When I was in Antarctica,
Yeah, thanks. In
What
case you
fun
know,
is it?
I spent some time. It was my first job, and we did some bits where it was kind of like our holidays. We did a week before the winter started and a week after, where we'd go out camping, and in like Scott pyramid tents, and in the middle of nowhere, no one else around, and variable weather. And so we were on skidoos. We set up the tent camp, and you have so many things to sleep in, like there's a wooden board, a carry mat to stop you melting into the snow, and then like a really big sleeping bag of what do you call it, wool sheep thing, sheepskin thing, to sleep on, like super cozy and warm, because like some nights it was -40, so it was pretty cold, and there'd like ice in the tent. And when you do that, you have to drink a lot during the day because you get very dehydrated, like walking around doing things. and then you need the toilet at night. And this is bad because, well, you can't really get out. Getting out of the sleeping bag takes a long time. Like getting dressed to go outside takes forever, and you just wake everyone up for about 40 minutes while you're trying to get in and out the little tunnel that they have in the tent to go and pee outside. And also quite dangerous because, you know, at night if everyone is asleep, you'll just like freeze and no one will know. So, you know, so they invented, that's not really a thing, for years they've had this. Sorry, are you wanting me to?
Just how long are you peeing for that you would freeze to death? I mean,
It takes a long time to get out of these tents, and
Like
far
ice
enough away.
inside the tent. Everything in the tent is covered in ice by this point. Because
The only thing not frozen is the fuel to start the fire in the morning.
okay.
camping in -40 is fun, apparently.
Yeah, well,
That's great. Keep going.
well, this is the fun bit, right? It's a revelation. So they have pee bottles, which are just, you know, the Nalgene wide top bottles. You can't do it with any water bottle.
you know
Sports
those
valve,
ones.
useless.
Yeah.
The
ones that I always pee in. The one that
yeah.
Standard pee bottles.
Yeah.
you
And
know your
so these are
standard
the same as our
regulated pee bottle. Yep.
these are the same as our normal water bottles, but they have like a tape on them so you can tell them apart. Great. So you have one of these by your bed, and you wake up and you're like, oh no, I need the toilet. It's going to be freezing. Wait, I have a bottle. And then over the week that you're out, or the 2 weeks, you get really quite good without getting far out of your sleeping bag. Like the experts can even sort of do it while still lying down on their side. And you're doing this like unsighted. And you have to listen to the note quite a lot to make sure where you get up to. Like, you know, you're like, and then you screw the top on real tight. They seize it well. And then you can't leave this outside the sleeping bag because it'll just freeze, and you'll have like a solid block of pea ice to carry around with you for the rest of the week until you can defrost it, which is what everyone wants to do. So you're in loads of layers of sleeping bags, and you put it just like 1 or 2 layers out, so your body warm keeps it molten, and it's like a nice hot water bottle. And it sounds unpleasant. It's actually the biggest relief to wake up and think, I don't have to get out of my nice warm snug bed into the really cold bit. And I have brought this up a couple of times with Lizzie about potentially, you know, applying the system at home. It hasn't gone down well yet, but we have some years of marriage left to work on.
This isn't like an emergency measure that he was like, oh, well, it was necessary at the time. It was genuinely one of his favourite things about Antarctica. He loved it.
That's not quite true, but we'll go with it.
It kind of tells you how good of a holiday destination Antarctica is, but that's like peak.
It was amazing. But the other funny bit I'll add is that one morning, you know, once you've heated the tent up a bit and people are stirring from their sleeping bags, over the week, you know, it maybe gets a little bit competitive, this pee bottle thing. And one morning, Mike, because two of you normal people go, and then one person there is like the field expert. He's, you know, climber, ice expert, everything, you know, looking after you in the field, taking you on these trips. And so he's been doing it years and years and years. And so the guy I was with, my colleague, came out and he was like, look at this. And he's like, 1 litre bottle, and he's like 900 milliliters. Like, I'm very proud of that. It's like, how did you do so much over the night? It's like, how did you like note that you were going to be able to get that last pee in? Because that's more than 1 pee. Like, how did you know that it was going to be okay? And he was like, you know, just I got used to it. And then our field expert goes, that's nothing, and brings out 2 bottles that feel like meniscus to the top. I'm like, how did you do that? And he's just like, been doing it for years. So, which is why I want to keep up the practice. So if I ever end up in that situation again, I know what where to stop.
Next time you're in Antarctica, you can push a little extra.
Next time. I hear it's the next C3 plant location.
It's, to be honest, it's unreached.
Yeah.
It's unreached.
Almost entirely, yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Were you genuinely there this is an actual holiday? Sorry, it took me a while. Firstly, whenever you started with Antarctica, like that was a normal thing. It took me a while to kind of.
Jamie's new. He doesn't know yet.
This.
Oh, you're so new.
Yeah, it's right.
There's going to be a few people who are new to this. They'll be like, "Oh, that's interesting." There's going to be loads of other people on the who watch this who go, This is again.
No, you were the guy with the
15
penguin.
months.
We get it.
It was my job out of uni.
What were you
Fair enough.
doing
15
there?
months in a box in
I,
Antarctica with 13 people.
Why?
Science. I wasn't really doing science. I was doing the engineering to help them do the science. But someone's got to be there.
fair enough. Someone had to be an Antarctica.
Also, the real reason why is that Lizzie and I were at church for years beforehand, and didn't really notice each other, even though she was on worship team and I was on AV team. And after a while, I realised the only way I was ever going to get her attention is if I came back, from somewhere exotic.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you were going to say that she was in Antarctica. And you were one of the other 13.
Lizzie would
people
never go.
there. Then you're sorted. That's how you do it. Very
No.
good. Well, there you go.
I definitely think that was one of the more original. I mean, who else has been to Antarctica that we know? So thank you very much.
I was trying to keep on trend with the, toilet humour in unusual places kind of thing.
I can't actually articulate how relieved I am that story didn't involve the
Relieved.
spilling, like potential
Oh
spilling.
yeah, no, there was no spilling.
I just
Expert.
didn't need that in my life,
We're
so
pros.
I'm quite relieved.
Well done. Yes. Yeah, there's been a lot of bodily function stories. Let's be honest. That's when you ask people their best stories, it's normally something along those lines. And
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm complaining. I think it's it adds to the value.
We've learned a lot about your humour, Jamie. Very interesting. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, that's
level.
something. It's
Yeah.
definitely something. Now you have a challenge for us, I believe.
We do. Yes.
Yeah.
So just for context, what's happened is last night, which was obviously Monday night because this is live, it was not
On
Saturday,
Monday night.
Yeah.
it's not Sunday.
Monday evening.
Monday
Monday
evening. Yeah.
evening. Hamish knocked on my door and then delivered these little parcels and said, "Don't look in them." So I love a good rule, so I have not peeked. I feel like if they'd been delivered to Jamie's house, he would have looked. I just feel like that
Wow.
would
That's
happen.
entirely fair. Yeah.
Okay.
So should we look now? I feel like no.
Is the challenge just that they have to guess what's in the box?
The challenge is that you have to not open the box until quarantine ends. No, kidding.
It's going to be a long show. Guys. Just sit back and relax.
That thing with the children where you're like, don't eat the chocolate until I get back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going to turn off our camera. No, you've heard of the game Chubby Bunnies, right?
Yes.
Well, we wanted to up the stakes a bit, maybe make it a bit more Cambridge cultured. I
think
know.
a bit more FUNSHAKEABLE.
A
was
bit
the
more
original
FUNSHAKEABLE.
plan.
Like,
So yeah, that's going to be your word. Rather than Chubby Bunnies, you've got to say FUNSHAKEABLE. It's going to be fine. And this is nothing to do with the fact that Lizzie has gone on a bit of a breaking spree for the last.
That was baking.
Making spree, yeah.
What did I say?
Not a breaking
Breaking
spree.
Breaking spree.
Crashing the house.
For the last several months, and she's trying. Well, you can open your packets now. She's been working to perfect her technique.
oh, there's another layer of like.
Oh, I saw what it is. Oh, yes.
No!
We think they're going to be a bit of a challenge because they don't squash as much as
Macarons! This is sweet!
marshmallows.
Yeah. This is not like a remotely unpleasant challenge. This is
No. Well, I'm hoping it gets sort of sticky and unpleasant. I mean, we don't just want to make your lives miserable.
Was it supposed to be unpleasant?
No, it's just that I've had some really traumatic experiences on FUNSHAKEABLE with the challenges thus
Okay.
far. So
I do like you.
thank you, Lizzie. Sometimes, anyway, it's fine.
But still, we think fitting 6 of these in. We had more, but never mind.
I'm so
They
excited.
went.
6 is
They
plenty.
went.
They're size graded, so you'll notice they go up slightly in size, and you have equivalent sizes. So if you want to start with the smaller ones,
is
or
serious.
whichever way you want to work that,
That's very precise.
Wow.
but it's very fair.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
You no minimal chewing. We'll
Yeah.
allow some chewing
We
to
have
get all of
tested
them in.
this.
Okay, so what do we do? We put one in and then we each say
FUNSHAKEABLE,
FUNSHAKEABLE.
and
Yeah.
see how many more you can get in.
The winner is who can get the most in their mouth without.
Without them
Spewing.
without them spraying over Steve Campbell's desk, which may or may
Well-
not be where I'm sitting right now.
I don't want to give all the rules away, but there might be bonus points for that, particularly if it comes out your nose.
If I get one of these in my nose, I'm gonna go straight to hospital. Let's be honest.
Really?
That's not gonna be it.
Okay.
All right. In the side.
Oh,
Fun
yeah.
shaker.
They've
Easy.
done this before.
Easy.
Fun
First
shaker.
one. I've done chubby bunnies before. I haven't done fun
I'm a
shaker.
queen of chubby bunny. It's fine.
All right, go straight to 2.
It's
You
really
don't need to hear
delicious. I really, really, really want to see it.
it. Yeah, don't.
Fun shakeable.
What?
Fun shakeable.
Fun shakeable.
Very
Okay,
good.
very good.
Very
Next.
No
Next.
problem.
good. Right, you're running out of seats now. That's
If
the
you
issue.
get to 3, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to be honest. It's going to get the challenge.
It's the laughing that's the issue.
Yeah, it'd be easier if you don't smile. It's not that kind of show, guys. Imagine you're on normal Unshakable.
Fun shakeable.
Nice. It's way
Come
better
on,
than I
Sarah.
hoped.
You can do it.
I'm sure there was something like. It's really tasty. I just want everyone to know at home that this is a great challenge. Queen of fun shakeable.
Unshakable.
Okay, next.
Can't believe we're up to 4. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Unshakable. I have very flexible lips. The people at home didn't know this about me, but they do now.
Okay. Unshakable.
That's pretty good. Next. Oh,
I
God,
have
you
no
got it
idea what
out.
I'm doing now. I don't have a next step to the strategy.
Oh.
No, no,
squashing.
bad.
Oh.
That's all right. Allowed. It's worth it. Sarah, you look amazing.
Unshakable.
Very good, very good. No chewing, no chewing.
I'm trying not to.
Come on, Sarah, you can do it.
Take your time. It's fine. I can sit and wait. This is no
He's dissolving them in his mouth. You've got to hurry up.
Yeah,
problem. Actually, it gets easier.
they will dissolve eventually.
Oh,
Can I?
Yes, nice.
Unshakable.
What are you on? Are you on 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last one. Unshakable.
Very good.
None.
Are you done?
Oh
Oh,
my
that is
goodness.
impressive. All right. Wait, you can't chew till Sarah's finished. It's a new rule.
Sarah, if you get this one in as well, you both win.
Unshakable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
ambiguous, but I love that you both got there.
I think we have to go draw. Like, obviously Jamie got there easier, but Sarah made it too. You know,
That's true. I think Sarah did it with more style
Sarah did it with more style.
Mm-hmm.
I
and
mean,
with less like all over her face
Yeah.
as well.
also with less sort of like I'm just enjoying this,
Yeah.
which was more in the spirit of the challenge.
That is about half your daily recommended amount of sugar, by the
Yeah,
way.
I'm really feeling like the sugar hit almost immediately
The
here.
rest of the show is going to be buzzing.
It really is going to be hyper.
Wait, don't you end it now?
Did you both genuinely just get 6 macarons in your mouth?
Yes.
The last 30
Not
seconds.
only do
though,
we
is
end
gonna
now, but we also film it chronologically. We don't go back and do other bits later.
Yeah, of course.
I'm very impressed.
be- Well, there you go. That's a lot
Yeah.
of macarons.
I thought that would be
I feel
harder
like
than
that's
it
the
was.
best thing I've done on Funshakable this entire time.
That is a great way to end. I'm going to be honest. This has been a delight.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I'm giving you the international symbol of honor.
Amy,
What now?
I think that it's important that as we conclude not just this segment and not just this episode, but Funshakable as a series. That's right, guys. It's our last episode. It's a very sad time. There's just some macaron on my screen. Just deal with that.
Hard to end the show.
My teeth feel like they're disintegrating, just as a sign. But that's fine. We just have loved bringing joy into the households of many. And if you would like to see more of us, we could really do with like 1 million views.
Yeah, 1
So that
million.
we go viral, become famous, get paid to do this, and then who knows?
If God wants us to be massive, massive celebrities for His will and kingdom, we're okay with that.
We can press on. Then maybe we could get the real Katy Perry in. Who knows?
Yeah.
Not that you're not a great number 2 to that.
Wow.
I mean, I would be very happy to let her stand in and sing her own songs. That would be fun.
Oh, well.
That's
Fine. I do feel like the structure of my jaw has changed. something's different about what's going on here.
Right, Luke. Anyway, we will need to wrap up this show because this is going to run on. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Hendersons. Big like for the Hendersons. Share, like all of that stuff. Have a lovely rest of your week. We shall see everybody at some point. Who knows when?
Eventually.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You are, babe. Just who you are.